Well, where do I start with this movie? This was incredible. I love it. The storyline, mortadella tutti frutti, very very sweet, very sweet. I love it. Performance by everyone, but when you have people, when you have these three characters here, these three, and Salman Khan in one movie, you know it's about to be bodied, right? They bodied it, right? Hey, the emotions, huh? My Shadow Khan up here, hey, Mr. Romance, but you're very slow, my friend, Shadow Khan. But you should have seen it. You should have seen it a long time ago, you know. And this is where it comes to the whole point of people saying guys and girls can't be friends, yada yada, because there's always one that feels a certain way towards the other. 99% of the time, that is the case. You have that 1% where genuinely they both just look at each other as friends, and it's literally there. But most of the time, there's always one that has a little bit more feelings if the other one made the moves. Yeah, you know the ones type of situation. Or there's just one that like, yeah, there's a feeling there, but you just kind of just cut it off. You're just like, we're friends. We've told each other we're friends, even though there's feelings in it. There's Kucha, Kucha, Kucha. You know, this side happening, isn't it? There's feelings up rising and that. But yeah, let's start from the beginning. So obviously introduction. You know, you have this guy and this girl. They're all friends, lovey-dovey. You know, just vibing. They're just energy feeding off each other. It's all goody. You love it. And then it comes this señorita. You know what I'm saying? This spice enters. You know, coming from London and that. Hey. Shah Rukh Khan he got slapped in the face. The first thing he said to her was, "I love you." That's what I knew was a rap. The first thing he said to her, bruv, was, "I love you." And it was an accident that he said, "I love you," but he meant it. You know, it's accidental, but if you take it in, yeah, my friend, it's okay. Take it in. Because I love you. You know, once. That was, and then it obviously started, and I think that's when Kajol realised how she actually felt about him. Before, there was no one really interrupting their friendship in it. There was no one really there, you know. And then when you got asked the question in class, I think that's when it really went, snapped in her head that, oh shit, I actually do love this guy. And at that point, I believe he loved her as well, but he was just kind of like, this whole friendship thing we got going on right now is, we don't want to ruin it type of vibe. When he said love is friendship, there's an agreement there. I do believe that in order to love your partner, I think there's a level of friendship that needs to be there. If it's just, I love you because you look good, you talk to me a certain way, you respect, blah, 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 all that's important, but if we're not friends, bruv, after a certain while, that relationship's getting boring, bruv. That's getting boring, bruv. Unless you don't have kids and whatnot in the beginning and trying to feel that energy of your kids and that, you might be able to survive it. But if it's just you two, that marriage ain't lasting long, but if you guys ain't friends. That's just my personal opinion. Maybe people disagree with that. But I genuinely believe friendship is very important in a relationship and marriage. You know? You gotta be able to have that banter. And yeah. I think he did love Rani. He loved her a lot, but at the same time, I still feel like he was more of a Kajol. Kajol was his thing. And why is my guy always named Raul in every movie my man does his name Raul? I'm like, I've changed the name, bruv. Different character, change the name. Don't know, it's always Raul. I'm just like, wow, mad. And obviously then Kajol decided to leave and yada yada. And then obviously love story, blah, blah, blah. She has a baby, passes away. Not Kajol, Rani. And then I was like, oh shit. Like, it was actually pretty emotional from the beginning. The first scene of the movie is Shah Rukh Khan standing there with burning, like fire, tears in his eyes. I was like, well, damn. That's how you gonna start the movie. Literally slap in the face saying, yo, watch. You know, it was literally one of those ones, watch the movie. You know, in the beginning, normally you're like, oh, let me set up, get my drink ready. You know, those types of things are just like, introduction. No, this was from the start, boom, intense. And I was like, woo, okay. So it was an overall balanced movie. Aside from action, it didn't really have much action, but everything else it had. It had happiness, a lot of laughter, sadness, a lot of that as well. Emotional roller coaster type of movie, and just good vibes. It had good vibes as well, and then those points it was like, it's a bit sticky in it, sticky situations. I call them the love triangle because it was kind of like Shah Rukh Khan and his best friend who loved each other. Of course, they loved each other, and then comes Rani, who also becomes really good friends with Kajol. Like, you know, what I mean, there's love there, and then obviously Kajol can also see the love that Shah Rukh Khan is giving her. So it's like a love triangle type of situation. You know what I mean? None of them ones. Shah Rukh Khan and two wives. He should have just doubled up and just had two wives. But hey, could you imagine that house? Those two ladies and him. But I think that would have been a popping house. I'm not encouraging two wives before you lot. Like, I'm just saying if in this movie's case, but could you lot imagine that house? Shah Rukh Khan and these two as his wife. Hey, that house would have been nice. I'm just saying. Just saying. Don't attack me in the conversation. We say what are you talking about? Two wives and that. Hey, I'm just saying it. I'm just saying. I ain't got no ideas. I'm just saying. But yeah, and then obviously the daughter was funny. I really liked her. Obviously, mum leaving her messages every year from when she was born. That was really clever. And the final wish, you know, of getting Shah Rukh Khan and his best friend to fall back in love because of they need. When the grandma said this house is missing something, I agreed with that point as well. I don't think I single parents are gonna attack me as well. I'm like, listen, what are you talking about? Hey, I don't care if you're a woman or a man, you need the other half, bruv. I think that completes a house. You know what I mean? Single mothers, there's points in their life. Of course, they're still gonna do their best to raise their child, the best of their ability. But there's certain things a man can do, you cannot. You might try it, you might do this. It's not possible. It's the same with a man, single father. There's a lot of things a woman can do, my friend, you cannot. That's what I think the grandma was saying about the house being incomplete. Do you know? So I agreed with that point. That made a ton of sense. And who else? Like, you're not bringing any other chick up in this house but Kajol. Kajol is the only one that has to come through. If it was anyone else, I would have been like, Shilka, what you did? Like, bruh, nah. Don't do the thing. What about that? Kajol and only her, you know? And then, it's never no, I was about to say her glow up, but even when she was in college and whatnot, you could still tell that she had good looks. It was just the way she dressed and the way she carried herself that probably some guys didn't really find attractive. But she still had it, you know, and she had it. And then obviously the glow up, woman come on the screen and that, my heart starts bubbling and that. You know what I mean? I'm losing all sense. Hey, someone on Instagram sent me a t-shirt with Kajol. I went straight to my wife. I was like, can I buy this? I just asked her straight in there. I respect, you know, I'm not gonna walk around with a t-shirt with another woman on it. I was like to my wife, can I buy this? She's like, yeah, buy it. She was like, look for one for a shorter ride for me. And I was like, alright, cool then. I ain't no problem. But someone sent it to me. I don't know if you're watching this. I need that t-shirt, bruv, with Kajol and one with a shorter ride for my wife then. I'm good. But yeah, back to the movie. What was I saying? Yeah, the glow up, you know, how she's glowed up, her long hair and everything, looking amazing. She meets this guy, Salman Khan. Hey, we'll get to him in it. We'll get to Salman Khan. Where obviously he could sense that she didn't love him because obviously Shah Rukh Khan kept saying to the movie, you only, I think he said that, born once, love once, getting married once, and you die once. The love one I didn't really agree with. I was like, nah, you can love more than once, bruv. Like, you can learn to love again. Death, you're gonna die and resurrect, bruv. Nah, G, that's only one time. Born, you're only gonna be born one time. I can't remember the other ones, but the love one stuck with us. Like, you can love again. Like, you can learn to love again, you know? And yeah, Salman Khan could tell that Kajol didn't really love him. Like, she wasn't showing it, you know what I mean? The emotion wasn't there, that physical connection, and they weren't really friends, you know what I mean? And then obviously he's the one that pretty much my respect for him in this movie was like high because there's not most guys that would do that. But I've set up this whole wedding thing, yeah. Man's put out all my peas for this wedding, yeah. And I'm here gonna give off this girl that I want to be my wife to her best friend. Even though, like, you know what I mean, most guys would be like, nah, dead that. I pay for this, all my family's here, this is embarrassing, I'm not doing this. But we're going through with the wedding and just suffer for the rest of their lives, hating each other. That's what most guys would do in that situation. But my man, nah, he was like, I'm not having it. He was actually a nice guy in this movie. He definitely saved it, you know, with that gesture that he did in the end. That was incredible. Like I said, most guys wouldn't do that. Yeah, but again, he was a wise one. You could see, you know what I mean? Just the way she looked at Shah Rukh Khan was enough for him to understand, okay, I never once received that type of look. And I'm not gonna get it. Even if I make this woman my wife, I ain't gonna get it. So dead that. You know what I mean? And I'm a handsome fella, like the young buck told her, you know? The young kid with the turban, he was an OG, I loved him. He was funny. And then the summer camp guy with the grandma, they had like a little thing going on between them two. The dialogue was really fun. The facial looks and, you know, her changing the England flag to an Indian flag. He was not having it. He was all England, you know. That was really fun. Just overall, every character came through and did their thing. Really like the music and the songs. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say about the movie. If I'm going to rate it out of 10, I'll give it... I think it's one of the best Shah Rukh Khan movies I've seen. It's one of them. So it's up there. It's up there. 9? Oh, I think 9. Yeah, 9. It's probably one of the best I've seen of his. Of course, there's still a lot of movies that I haven't seen of his, including Don 1 and 2. There's other ones as well, like Rez, I think it's called Rez. And there's Rare 1. There's so many movies of his, like... Yeah, but I'm eventually gonna get through them nice and slowly. It might take me like 10 years, but we'll get there. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed this review. I'm probably have missed out a ton of things, but again, I don't really want to spoil it for people, so that's why I kind of being skeptical with what I say if they've never seen it, which I'm sure most of you have. If you haven't, definitely go watch it, guys. It's a very wonderful movie. Yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Love life, love life, love life. Peace.